Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing. Let me just get the full name actually. Parity. It's called Polarity. I've shortened the name, well, the title actually, just to be able to fit it into the screen, but I'm not sure it was really necessary given how sparse the environment is that Sleuth is in. And if you've not already guessed, that's Sleuth exploring the North Pole, probably looking for Santa Claus for some reason. Which will all seem a little bit weird, but given a title of Parity, it's Polarity, and as soon as I bring up the grid actually so I can walk you through the rules, it will make a bit more sense. Let's do that straight away. So we're looking at Equality Cages 120, Parity, it's called Polarity by Gobbler. And I guess that Santa Claus reference just came from the greens and reds that you can see peppered throughout here. Speaking of all the rules though, so we've got the following set of rule sets. Normal Sudoku rules apply. That means place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, in every column, and in every 3x3 box. That's fairly standard. We have the equality cages. So cages must have an equal number of low, as in 1, 2, 3, 4, and high 6, 7, 8, 9. As well as an equal number of even, let's say this is 2 or 4, and odd, therefore this would have to be 7 or 9. Notice in all of my list of numbers I did not include the number 5 because 5 is never allowed in an equality cage. Now this sort of setup applies even for, a 4-cell cage, so that would require 2 evens, 2 odds, 2 lows, 2 highs, etc. We have Kropke dots. A black dot between cells indicates cell values with a 2-to-1 ratio. So if that's a 2, for example, this would have to be 1 or 4 to be in a 2-to-1 ratio. It does explicitly say that not all dots are shown. So for example, if that was a 4, and clearly they are in a 2-to-1 ratio, the absence of a black dot in here is not a problem. We also have X adjacent cells connected with an X must sum up to 10. So if we take this example down here, if this was a 3, this would have to be a 7 to make sure that these two cells add up to 10. So are these two, so are these two, they all add up to 10. Well, and these two. Again, no negative constraints apply. If this is a 7 next to the 3 without an X, that is not a cause for concern either. Then we have an explanation of all of these green and red lines. So polarity lines, the green ones, adjacent digits along each polarity line must alternate between low digits and high digits. And again, 5s can never be on there because I guess it would be a little bit confusing to call it low or high given it's the center digits. So if this here was a 1, this would have to be a high digit, 6, 7, 8, or 9. This would have to be coming back down to low, it's 2, 3, 4, given I've already placed the 1, and so on and so forth. So low, high, low, high, low. Obviously the order could be reversed. This clearly is now broken with that 1, 2 example. And then we have parity lines. So adjacent digits along each parity line, the red lines, must alternate between odd digits. This time we are allowed 5, so 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. And then even digits 2, 4, 6, or 8. But it alternates, so if that's odd, that's even, back to odd again with 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So, only thing left to say now is, that's all the rules. If you want to explore the North Pole with Sleuth, maybe help him find Santa Claus, link will be in the description down below as usual for you to play along. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock, see how I get on. Yeah. When I was walking through the rules, I spotted a digit. And, when a puzzle tells you you can place a digit in under 5 seconds, you know you're in for a good time. A couple of reasons why that is the case. Equality cages can never have a 5 in them. Well, polarity lines cannot have a 5 on them. Well, there's the only place for a 5 in box 3. The other reason, of course, is a 5 can never be on a black Kropke dot. If that is a 5, this would have to be 2.5 or 10, neither of which is allowed under normal Sudoku rules. I'll walk you through the black Kropke dots next. There's so many opportunities for other digits. This is another 5 in row 5. All of these are equality cages except for one cell, this one. That's helpful. Now, the black Kropke dots is almost my traditional opening move, these two cells are 2 or 4. And the way to think about it is, if you have essentially the different pairs that can actually be in a 2-to-1 ratio from the digits 1 to 9, notice 5, 7, and 9 cannot be. The 5 is a good example of why that doesn't work. If you have a run of 3 digits that are all unique, because they're in the same row or in the same box, you essentially have to use 1, 2, 4, 8. If you're selecting 3 of them, it's either 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8, and the 2, 4 is always in the middle. I'm actually going to leave it on here for a second because this is going to be useful to place actual digits. Now, this has to shift polarity. I have to go from a low digit, from 1, 2, 3, 4, to a high digit. Only place I can do that is 4, 8. This is forced. This is a 2. This is back down to low. It has to be 1, 3. It's an inequality cage. Therefore, this has to be a high even digit. If this is 1 or 3, it's not an 8. It's a 6. These are clearly joined by 7 or 9. I need an even digit on this. This is odd. This has to be even. 2, 4, and 8 are gone. This is a 6. This is 1 or 3 to complete box 3. Now, I'm still leaving this on because I think we can do something similar in here. The parity is shifting this time. And you can see in this 1, 2, 4, 8 setup that 3 of them are even. The only 2 that are 1 odd, 1 even is 1, 2. This is once again forced. This has to be an odd digit. Well, there's actually quite a few. I'm not going to pencil mark this. This is shifting polarity, so this is a high digit. Plenty of options, but this is a low digit, and I've placed 3 of them. That is forced to be a 3. Let's carry on. This is 7 or 9. This is kind of useful because it's an equality cage. You can always think of them as 1 high, 1 low. This is clearly not low anymore because we've placed all of them. So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. This is 2, 3, or 4. Can't be a 1. This is high 5. Only one place for it to go here in box 7. Yeah, can't place a 5 on a polarity. Sudoku is ruling out a 5 from here. This is the only place for a 5. 5 is in one of these 2 cells. We've already said it can't be on a green line. That's 5. I guess it makes sense because if I just think about coloring these for a second, these are going to be 1 polarity, parity. This is going to be another parity. These are odds. These are evens. You could have seen that in a different way, not necessarily with the 5s, because I've got 3 even digits. Therefore, this couldn't be the even digits because I would have had to have 2 more. So this is now forced. This can only be a 6. It's in an equality case. This is 1 or 3. It's not a 3. It's a 1. That gives me 3. That gives me 1. This is now an odd digit. But I mean, you kind of knew that from the X as well, because essentially it's not 2, 8, and it's not 4, 6. So this is from 1, 3, 7, 9. This is not a 1. Therefore, this is not a 9. This is an even digit. It is not 2 or 6. This is 4 or 8. I think we can do a bit better actually with this green line. So let me just lose this shading for a second because I'm going to need it again. So this polarity line, the way to think about it is all of these are going to be the same polarity. I don't know if it's low or high, but they're the same. And these 2 are the same again. Now I've already placed 3 low digits. I can only afford to place 1 more low digit in here, and clearly orange can't be low, otherwise I would need to place 5 low digits in column 2. So this is the remaining low digit, it's the 4, which gives me an 8, and these 2 have to be 7 or 9. I'm going to lose the colors now, they've served their purpose. This is on an equality cage, this has to be a 2 because the 4 is not available. This forces a 3 in this equality cage, and that would be joined with 6 or 8. What else can I place? This is 1 or 3. It is not a 3. It is a 1. Therefore, this is a 9. This is a 7. This is a 6-8 pair to complete it. We've got a 6-8 pair in column 3. Actually, this is not a 3. Therefore, this is not a 7. 6-8 pair means that is not 6 or 8. That is 7 or 9. That is 6 or 8. That means I've got a 6-8 pair, a 7-9 pair. These two digits are known. It is 2, 4 to complete the column. These two are also known. I need a low digit in here, and it's not 1, 2, or 4. It is a 3. 3. And this, to complete it, is 7 or 9, and it's actually still not resolved. Incredibly. You can see the fact that there are no negative constraints working here. Whichever one this is, 7 or 3, or 1 or 9, the other pair that also add up to 10 are going to be in here without an X between them. Kind of interesting, but not that interesting. 6, 8 means this is low, then back to even is not an 8. It's 2, 4, or 6. One of these two cells is a 5, just to complete the row. This is 1, yeah, this is not very helpful. Then I have a 2, 4, a 7, 9, and an 8. Yeah. I haven't done much with row 5. We actually haven't done much with a lot of them. It's quite unusual. You have multiple places to start. You start in box 3, in box 7, and it feels like we may actually have to take a look at this box to sort of... Let's just see if row 5 takes us anywhere, then we'll come back to box 9. Yeah, I'm not sure about row 5 actually. So what I've been thinking about is lows and high. This is low, this is high. I have another low in here because it's a polarity line. Then another low in here because it's an equality cage. Then the only thing that I can see now is that this is different polarities. One is low, one is high, because we've got the same trick with the high digits. It doesn't actually give me any digits though. Here's a better one in box 9 though. 1, 2, 4 are looking at this equality cage. Remember, equality cages have to be made up of a low digit and a high digit. So there's a 3 in here. The 3 must be joined with 6 or 8 because it's a low odd digit. It needs to have a high even digit. And the high even digit is 6 or 8, which it can't be in this cell. So that's 3. This is 6 or 8. That means this is a 7. This is now a high digit on the polarity. Yep, polarity line. This is not 6, 7, or 8 because of these cells, so that's a 9. This has to be low, has to be specifically low and even, because it's still an equality cage, and it's not a 4, it is a 2. These now are 2 4s, and we actually know the order because of this 2 and 4. That's 4, that's 2. This would actually have to be 7 or 9. We end up with a 7, 9 pair. We've also got even, odd, even. Can only be an 8. 8, I can type. Back to odd, and 7 and 9 are gone. As is 1. This is 3 or 5. Just have to sort of keep reminding yourself 5 can actually go on red lines. Otherwise you'll jump to the wrong conclusions. This is 1 or 3. It is not a 3. That's a 1. You can see the second 7, 9 that's in this box. It's not in this cell. Otherwise, it breaks. That's the second 7, 9. Therefore, this is another 3, 5. 3, 5. This is a 3, 5 pair. 7, 9 pair. 6, 8 is now needed to complete. Not known. Actually, that 7 might give me a bit more. 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 3, 1, 9. 6 gives me a bit more. 8, 6, 8. 6. 8. That 8 does give me more. 6. Sorry. That's clumsy. That 6 resolved that 8 ages ago, and this is just a 1. Oops. This has to be even. It is not 2 or 8. It can be 4 or 6. This is 4, 5, 6, and this is not 5 or 6. That's just 4. That's 6. That's 5. Back to this. So I have... Oh, that 7 gives me... Come on, Sleuth, just... Whoa, 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 whoa. Keep up with the Sudoku, please. Sleuth, oh, that 3... How many more resolved digits have I just been, sitting on? These 2 as well? No, we're good. Right, in here, I have 1, 3, and 6. This has to be a different polarity. Therefore, the 6 has to be in here, and this can't be a 6, otherwise we'd end up with a 1, 3 pair, both low on alternating cells from the green line. That is odd, therefore this has to be even. It's quite clever from Gubler, sort of using all of these rules to sort of get us there. This has to be even now. It is not 4 or 6 or 8, it is a 2. That allows me to write in a digit, a 5. That's not a 5, that's a 5. That is not 4 or 6, it is a 2, it's a 4, it's a 2, it's a 6. We know the rest of this, it is 4, 7. 4, 7, 8. Literally the digit that I just erased. We all have our off days, I guess. I have 2 low odd digits. I need 2 high even digits. That has to be an 8. And I think we're left with just a bunch of Sudoku now. I say just a bunch of Sudoku. It's been quite a clumsy Sudoku day for me. 6s I should be able to do. This is the only place for it. 2s I should be able to do as well. That's a 2. In here I need 7, 9. Not resolved. It is 7, 9, yeah. What else do I need? 3. Yeah. Means there's a 3 in here. This is 1, well, 1 is not there. That's 1, and whatever this is, 8. The 8 tells me that's the 8. This is not an 8 again. 4 or 7 not resolved still. No. 7, 9 gives me the 4 though. 7 gives me the 9, 9, the 1, the 9, the 7, the 9, the 7, and we're very nearly done here. That's 5, and if not made any mistakes, quick scan, 4 for the solution. Beautiful puzzle, Gubler. Nice fusion of these rules. Particularly, I mean, just look at how it resolved box 5/row 5. That was just lovely. Hope that you guys enjoyed the puzzle. I absolutely did. I don't know why I sort of skipped over it. I think it's just because I've been hunting for 2-star rated puzzle from Equality Cages. We've had like a run of them. Skipped this 1-star difficulty rated one. And somehow my mind was playing tricks and thinking that I've actually played it. I clicked on the link. Well, Gubler pointed out that I actually haven't solved it and published it. Clicked on the link and there was nothing. So glad that I've actually, glad that he pointed it out, because it is an absolutely fabulous puzzle. Right, plenty of other Equality Cages for you guys to look at, as well as other parity ones for you to look at. So take a look at these recommended playlists are coming up next. Bye-bye for now.